For all the wrong reasons, Angel Reese is currently in the news.
I don't really get to stand up for myself. I mean, I have great teammates. I have a great support system. I got my hometown. I got my family that stands up for me. I don't really get to speak out on things just because I just try to ignore, and I just try to stand strong. Like, I've been through so much. I've seen so much. I've been attacked so many times. Death threats. I've been sexualized. I've been threatened. I've been so many things, and I've stood strong every single time. And I just try to stand strong for my teammates because I don't want them to see me down and not be there for them. So
what occurred here, and what does this signify for her career as a basketball star who should be in her sophomore season? Rumor has it that she has been suspended and that there may have been performance-enhancing drug use.
We'll give it up to Allen. They're going to give up that shot to her. Reese puts it up. Count the bucket. Body bucket down.
The pressure to succeed in the fiercely competitive world of professional sports can be unbearable.
And Angel Reese knows a ring is coming.
Some sportsmen make dangerous decisions like taking performance-enhancing substances like anabolic steroids because they want to remain at the top. The most well-known PEDs are anabolic steroids, which are lab-ordered forms of testosterone, a hormone that promotes muscular growth and power. For this reason, please hit the like button and click the subscribe mark.
Made the biggest difference, their ability to get out into the open.
Now you keep fighting. You've mentioned it all evening long, though. It's just been so hard for New York to get stops. Chicago again, and one opportunity, Angel Reese. The way Chicago has responded to New York taking the lead.
It shows a lot of grit.
Reserves more of the players that are trying to make this roster and let Coach Brondello see what she's working with, but we're seeing a lot of the superstars.
This sounds like a dream come true for athletes. Increased endurance and quicker muscle repair, but what precisely do they do? Anabolic steroids assist your muscles mend more quickly after exercises by increasing protein synthesis within cells, which results in the accumulation of muscle tissue, enabling more rapid and rigorous training regimens, such as the Winter Soldier.
Afraid of the contact, and she's also not afraid to tell her defender about it.
1 minute to go, tie game. Allen looking into Reese. Reese back to work on Smith. Reese pops it in. Narissa Smith has had no answer for Angel Reese.
Out of that timeout, direct entry.
You may be familiar with the Canadian sprinter Ben Johnson from the 1988 Summer Olympics. Johnson won the gold medal in the 100 meters and broke a world record, but his success was short-lived. Only a few days later, the sports world was shocked when Johnson tested positive for the anabolic steroid stan. He was immediately revoked of his medal and world record, and the scandal ruined his reputation, turning him from a celebrated athlete to a red flag. In 1993, Johnson's long-term steroid use further damaged his reputation, earning him a lifetime ban.
Johnson with a start. Can Carr catch him? No! It's Ben Johnson! Ben Johnson does it again! Unbelievable! 9-7-9!
His performance had initially been improved by using steroids, but the fallout was disastrous. He lost endorsements, honors, and his place in sports history. This seems to be the route Angel Reese would prefer to follow, but they frequently fail to mention that steroids can cause major side effects like liver damage. For female athletes, there may be additional side effects such as deepening voices, hey Brittany Griner, and changes in menstrual cycles, in addition to high blood pressure, violent behavior commonly referred to as roid rage, and cardiac problems. The short-term benefits and abilities are not worth the long-term harm.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay, little man.
Angel, you were viewed as a rising star and an inspiration to young athletes worldwide, but by turning to PEDs, you have disappointed your fans, your friends, and the WNBA as a whole. What a way to betray the spirit of fair play and the faith your fans placed in you each time you took the court.
59, Angel Reese, what she got in her. Oh, she draws the contact, get in there! Count it! Shy Barbie going to work.
One thing that Angel Reese is not going to do, and that's shy away from contact. She doesn't care if it's Nneka Ogwumike or someone from the SEC. She is going right through the chest of her defender.
However, in contrast to anabolic steroids, human growth hormone is another well-liked option for athletes seeking to improve their performance on the court. HGH increases the body's capacity to produce collagen, which fortifies bones, tendons, and ligaments, and promotes growth cell multiplication and regeneration instead of directly increasing muscle size. This can help athletes recover from injuries more quickly. Baseball player Alex Rodriguez, often known as Quota, had one of the most notorious HGH instances, Wolverine style, and pushed their bodies harder throughout training. Rodriguez was formerly praised as one of Major League Baseball's best batsmen, but his use of performance-enhancing substances, such as HGH, drastically changed the course of his career.
We're running past third base, and he yelled out something to the...
Yeah, I just said, huh. I said, huh.
Rodriguez lost millions of dollars in earnings endorsements and his reputation after being linked to the Biogenesis scandal in 2013, a doping case involving a Florida-based anti-aging clinic that supplied professional athletes with banned substances. He was found guilty of using HGH and other illegal drugs, which resulted in a record-breaking suspension from MLB that was initially set at 21 games, but was later reduced to the full 2014 season following an appeal. Although he briefly returned to the sport following his suspension, Rodriguez never regained his former level of respect within the sport. Rod's doping scandal overshadowed his legitimate accomplishments with long-lasting controversy and shame, but they forgot to mention that HGH can have serious side effects like joint pain, muscle weakness, and an increased risk of diabetes and heart disease. You didn't need this, Angel. Your natural talent was enough to put you in the spotlight, but instead of believing in your abilities, you chose a shortcut that disrespects the game and everything it stands for. The WNBA has been working to establish its reputation as a serious league on a global scale, and by using steroids, you've compromised not only your success, but the league's integrity.
Bucket and the foul. Angel Reese will head to the free throw line. You understand, when you're in retreat mode, you're at the mercy of the offense. She didn't even have a chance to get that right foot square.
Into the corner, Katie Lou Samuelson off the mark on a three. Harrison the board. Mabry flings it down the floor. Reese, what a catch and finish! Angel Reese.
And gather and finish. Her eyes up on the rim. That is the key. That is such a hard...
How can a WNBA fan think you just have crazy cardio without using EPO? EPO is popular among endurance athletes, particularly in long-distance running and cycling, but it has also been used in other sports. EPO increases the production of red blood cells, which improve oxygen delivery to the muscles, delaying fatigue and increasing stamina. This brings to mind the famous cyclist Lance Armstrong, whose fall from grace turned into one of the most significant scandals in sports history. From 1999 to 2005, Armstrong won 7 consecutive TD titles, but guess what? He was suspected of doping for a long time.
Questions that people around the world have been waiting for you to answer, and for now, I'd just like a yes or no. Did you ever take banned substances to enhance your cycling performance?
Despite vehemently disputing it for years, a comprehensive investigation by the U.S. Anti-Doping Agency in 2012 revealed a systematic doping program run by Armstrong and his team. Armstrong's use of EPO in conjunction with other prohibited substances like testosterone and human growth hormone gave him a significant unfair advantage, and his doping was supported by a sophisticated network of doctors, coaches, and teammates. Once the evidence was indisputable, Armstrong lost all of his Tour de France titles, his life ban from competitive cycling, and important sponsors like Nike.
Yes or no? Was one of those banned substances EPO?
Yes.
In addition to ending his career, the scandal tarnished professional cycling's reputation for years. EPO thickens blood, which raises the risk of heart attacks, strokes, and blood clots. His reputation was previously based on his victory over cancer and his unmatched athletic feats. Angel, if you turn to PDS, you're not the first and, regrettably, you may not be the last, but this decision carries a lot of responsibility. Athletes who use EPO are essentially gambling with their life. Some athletes have been suspended for using stimulants like amphetamines and adrenaline for their focus-enhancing properties, such as Jose Cono, who publicly acknowledged using steroids and found themselves excluded from the sports world, their names permanently linked to cheating instead of the talent they once displayed, like Angel Reese.
The offensive rebound, a tough reverse to get.
Mabry does not play around with it. Just under 17 a game for her this season for the Sky.
Off the loose ball takeaway, Reese comes back to Carter, who puts it up in transition.
Let's take a look at the last sequence for Chicago. A little back pass from Reese to Carter.
Reese trying to seal inside. Reese the shovel. Cardoso the finish. Here's Stewart going to work on Reese. Gets partially blocked by Angel Reese. Reese running the floor. Oh, what a pass!
They provide athletes with an energy boost, increased awareness, and a feeling of invincibility. These drugs raise dopamine and norepinephrine levels in the brain, improving focus and lowering pain perception. This reminds me of the late football great Diego Maradona, whose career was tainted by stimulant abuse during the 1994 FIFA World Cup. Maradona had just made a spectacular comeback when he tested positive for phenytoin, a banned stimulant. Ephedrine, a substance that increases energy and alertness, was found in his Madonna system after Argentina's victory over Nigeria. The test resulted in his immediate expulsion from the tournament, marking the beginning of a sharp decline in Maradona's illustrious career, which was known for his amazing skill, including his famous End of God goal in 1986. Throughout his life, Maradona battled substance misuse, which had an impact on his health and performance. His use of stimulants not only cost him a World Cup spot but also damaged his reputation, turning what should have been a successful chapter into a scandal. Maradona's struggle with drug addiction became a defining feature of his career, overshadowing his incredible accomplishments and acting as a sobering reminder of how stimulants may cause serious anxiety addiction and derail even the most talented athletes. Heart issues, and in severe situations, abrupt death examine the players who have already traveled this path. Reese Angel. Before her use of steroids was exposed, Marion Jones was an Olympic hero. Her medals were taken away, her career was destroyed, and her reputation was destroyed. Even closer to home, former WNBA player Diana Taurasi was accused of peeing early in her career, but her case turned out to be a false alarm. She battled to clear her name because she understood how damaging such accusations can be.
Hold it in, babe. Coming.
Well, referring to Penny Taylor, Diana's wife, who was due a couple days ago with their second child, Diana's headed home after a 24-point performance.
For many athletes, taking PEDs can have serious psychological repercussions in addition to suspensions or destroyed lives. The shame and guilt of being detected can be crippling. Some even experience depressive episodes and tragically take their own life. One of the most sad examples is the story of Chris Ben White, whose untimely demise may have been exacerbated by the effects of steroids and other drugs. Angel, even if you committed a mistake, it doesn't have to define your entire career. There is still time to change this.
Get the bucket out of the timeout. And here's Reese being defended by Stokes. Reese turning over that left shoulder, pursuing it like she does.
Shot clock at 5. Dug on the Jones rather on the back down and poked loose by Carter. Reese running the floor and he flips it in.
Giving Atlanta a little bit of their own medicine. And Angel Reese, Dana Evans keeping her head up. Reese doing a good job of getting past Cheyenne Parker. She just gets up, lays it in off.
Here comes the jump from Seattle. Mabry lobs it inside. Good job by Holmes to poke it free. 7 on the shot clock. 3 on the way. Angel Reese.
32 seconds left. Atlanta doesn't have to foul here.
If Angel Reese chooses the path of redemption, she may still have a future in the WNBA, but it will be a long road. While backheads offer short-term gains, the risks, the shame, and the effects last much longer. Take athletes like Alex Rodriguez or Tyson Fury, who were caught using banned substances, but made a comeback by owning their mistakes, getting help, and working hard to regain the trust of fans and the sports world.
Points combined. Here's Stewart going to work on Reese. Gets partially blocked by Angel Reese.
Down 5. Mabry on the drive. Extra effort by Reese. The O boards and the second chance points.
Specifically because of Angel Reese. You watch the timing. She didn't even come down with it. Wow.
Angel, let's face it, you've been hankering after Caitlin Clark's degree of fame since day one. It's obvious that you couldn't bear to see her take center stage and receive all the accolades and admiration while you were marginalized despite your talent.
I got a role, and I'll continue to take that on and be that for my teammates. And if I want to be that, and I know I'll go down in history, I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person, it's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.
It's not enough for you to simply be excellent. You want to be the talk of the league, the star, and everyone's favorite. However, rather than concentrating on your game, you've become fixated with attracting attention, and see where that has led you.
Fresh off an island, got bread just like Italian. Said soup, she had me crying. She heard about me and said on the flyer.
However, Caitlin Clark's success was based on hard effort, consistency, and a dedication to the craft that you've lost sight of. She seemed more interested in finding the quickest route to the top, even if it meant risking everything.
With USA Today again. Caitlin, can you tell us at the end of the game what happened? There's a lot blown up on Twitter about Angel Reese following you around, pointing to her ring finger and taunting you.
Honestly, I have no idea. I was just trying to get to the handshake line and shake hands and, be grateful that my team was in that position. That's all you can do is, hold your head high, be proud of what you did, and, all the credit in the world to LSU. They were tremendous. They deserve it. They had a tremendous season. Kim Mulkey coached them so well. She's one of the best basketball coaches of all time, and it shows. And she only said really kind things to me in the handshake line, so I'm very grateful for that too. But honestly, I have no idea, and I was just trying to, spend the last few moments on the court with, especially the 5 people that I've started 93 games with, and relishing every second of that.
That desire for her type of fame has led you down a perilous path, and you now run the risk of losing everything. Not just your career, but also your feeling of value as.
Well, Dana Evans in the corner, long. Angel Reese right there for the rebound and the bucket.
How much attention is being played to Sabrina Ionescu off ball screen? So she's not getting any easy looks. Reese, short. That's another rebound, another chance, and she dishes it in.
Sabrina Mabry really came out firing on Sunday against Seattle in that loss. Angel Reese was working on the mid-range shot before the game today, and fittingly, she opens it up.
Instead of working to elevate your game, Angel, you've allowed envy to take over. You wanted her fans, endorsements, and media attention, and when that didn't materialize, you tried to force it. Being suspended has taught you just how sharp the edge of fame can be. The strain and scrutiny are all coming down on you, and you're not handling it well. You're collapsing, and everyone can see it. Pursuing power is a risky game, particularly when you're so overcome with jealousy that you're willing to sacrifice everything for a brief moment of fame. You wanted Caitlin's fame, but you weren't ready for the consequences of trying to take it too far. Now you're alone. Your reputation is collapsing, and the rumors that you're suicidal are growing louder.
I just want to always just know, I'm still human. All this has happened since I won the national championship, and I said the other day, I haven't had peace since then. And it sucks, but I still wouldn't change. I wouldn't change anything, and I would still sit here and say, I'm unapologetically me. I'm going to always leave that mark and be who I am and stand on that. And hopefully the little girls that look up to me, and hopefully I give them some type of inspiration that, hopefully it's not this hard and all the things that come at you, but keep being who you are, keep waking up every day, keep being motivated, staying who you are, staying 10 toes, don't back down, and just be confident.
You've put yourself in a difficult situation, Angel, and it's a lonely and dark place to be. You need to take a step back and see what's going on before it's too late, because this is about more than just basketball anymore. It's about your future and mental health. If you continue in this direction, you'll run into a wall that you can't get past. Other athletes who couldn't handle the pressure and believed that the only way out was to flee have experienced this. This is your wake-up call. It's all forever. Angel fame is ephemeral, but once it's gone, you can't get it back. Instead of aiming to be the next big thing, if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Caitlin Clark, why don't you concentrate on becoming the best version of yourself? Son of Angel Reese? Right now, you're not just losing the game, you're losing yourself. Take a step back, get the help you need, and remember why you started playing basketball in the first place. Is it worth it to lose your happiness, your sanity, and your life? Continue to stay turned.